So we don't want to turn the healing process into something that we're doing. It's more like something that we are giving space to, bringing our attention to, bringing our care to, and cultivating the inner environment through awareness, and compassion, and patience, for that process to unfold quite spontaneously. It is an ongoing practice of non-doing, because of course doing is going to happen. So again, we don't want to make non-doing right and doing wrong. We want to notice all the ways that we're efforting and trying to make something happen, and chasing a goal, chasing enlightenment, chasing a state called healed. And in that noticing, in that moment, where you really allow yourself to see that tendency quietly, just notice with interest and curiosity, there's already a disidentification. There's already non-doing, there's already just being with what's here. To hold your unfolding with so much care and patience and compassion, in the same way that you would hold a growing, developing child, a child that's going to make mistakes. Because in that compassionate holding, there is so much peace and care. In that holding, you've already arrived. That's the paradox. And your body and your personality are going to continue to evolve and go up and down and feel good and bad, and but you are at peace with that. And so this requires noticing all of the ways in which you push yourself an effort to be somewhere other than where you are. All the ways in which you take these teachings, because even though I'm saying this, anything I'm saying can be taken and turned into something to do and a goal. And if I'm not meeting it, then I'm beating myself up. And that is suffering. That's so painful. And then you get to be a human being. Then you just get to be on the journey that you're on. You get to be wherever you are in your process. And you get to trust that. You get to trust where you are instead of thinking you've done something wrong to be where you are. And that doesn't include taking responsibility for when you see you've done something that you'd like to do differently next time. Right? That's where the growth happens, and being able to acknowledge how you want to be without judging yourself. And so the reason I speak so much about self-judgment and cultivating compassion is because I've been studying trauma. I've been studying the psyche to see how in that knowledge and understanding we can be better equipped to untangle those psychic knots, which are very tricky and very layered. And that untangling really is our life's work alongside creativity and engagement and service. And the creativity and the engagement and the service actually enable that untangling. Our life experience allows the untangling. And so through my study of trauma, what I've come to see is that the self-shaming, because the shame we experience is actually something we're doing to ourselves. We're judging ourselves, we're shaming ourselves, we're criticizing ourselves, is actually the glue that holds the trauma tangle together. It's the way in which we disconnect from the trauma, from the unresolved pain, by making ourselves wrong. It's the ultimate disconnection. And what I've experienced personally is that the patterning and the unresolved emotions which make up the trauma tangle are so much easier to allow and be with when we're not making ourselves wrong and judging ourselves. When we can hold all of that with patience and compassion. And in that holding, suddenly the need to get somewhere, the need to get healed starts to diminish. There's still a natural orientation to evolution, right? Because evolution is life. Life is constantly moving forward. Life is constantly in motion, in a process. So it doesn't mean standing still. But suddenly there's patience with that process. It's okay to be where you are. And the paradox, of course, is that when you can be deeply okay with exactly where you are, things start to change. life can move forward without restriction. Emotions surface because they're no longer being avoided and repressed.